Bamenda continued to bleed again as suspected armed fighters or amber fighters or non-state armed groups have killed a man called Agwa Richard. This took place in Bamenda, the chief town or regional capital of the northwest region of Cameroon, a region where Pope Leo XIV visited. Now, what happened is that they said Agwa Richard left on Thursday to go to the farm to harvest his normal plantain. And around around regional, Bamenda regional hospital mortuary behind, that he was kidnapped by heavily armed men on bikes who kidnapped him. They took Mr. Agwa Richard. This picture you are seeing, they took Mr. Agwa Richard to their location where they best know wherever it is in Bamenda. The family was waiting for a call because normally, if somebody is kidnapped, you either hear they will call any family member and start saying the ransom or start giving the reason. Note, Agwa Richard was not kidnapped by Cameroon Defense and Security Forces. He was not kidnapped by the B. He was not kidnapped by the gendarmes. He was not kidnapped by the police. He was kidnapped by people identified by onlookers as suspected amber fighters based on their normal mode of operation and the words used. Thursday passed, the family called, the wife called. They were not picking. It was not going. On Friday evening, around hospital, that place in Molang, this time is this in Molang, around that place, they discovered that they had gunshots. When they had gunshots, around 4 or 5, the people already, they thought there was a confrontation. Minutes after, they had some bikes, and they saw how the body of Mr. Agwa Richard has been dropped by heavily armed bike men, not suspected to be amber fighters. As they dropped his body, they went, and after they went, residents rushed there to see what they can do to carry Mr. Agwa Richard to the hospital if he can actually survive. Unfortunately, when they reached at Bamenda Regional Hospital, Mr. Agwa Richard was pronounced dead. No ransom was demanded. No reason was given. He was unalive. Nobody knows what happened by suspected amber fighters. Some people will come and give us lessons that either this man they'll defend it. You understand? Some people will come to defend it. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. Oh, it was that. I keep saying that we are killing ourselves. We are not killing the government. This crisis is a shame. Before you come and defend, I hope that your family members have all left the northwest and southwest region. Because some of you will defend things like that. When you're cornered to you, you start saying, oh, this is bad. I keep telling people that most of those defending are not in the northwest and southwest region. All those defending killings, either of military officer or of an amber fighter or of a civilian or a woman and a child as a result of this armed conflict, most of those who are defending these things are not in the region. Most of them are either in Yaoundé, hiding with fake profiles. You see somebody who be in Yaoundé hiding fake profiles and is defending the killing of a civilian, telling you that it is either a black leg or a red leg. How did we get to a level where we are so insensitive to understand that it is our own selves we are destroying? Our own self we are destroying. What crime did he commit? Every day cannot pass by without one person being killed in the northwest and southwest region. Every day. Every day. You come and say, oh, it's a black leg. Oh, it's a this leg. It's a this leg. In a war that ought to have been resolved by officials. I keep saying that members of parliament, each time a Cameroonian is killed, whether it is a military officer, that blood, I keep saying the blood is on your hands as a member of parliament. Each time that a civilian is killed, I keep saying as a member of parliament, the blood is in your hand. Each time an armed fighter is killed, that blood is still in your hand. Do you know why? Because as a parliament, you ought to discuss this issue, pass a resolution, see how you can force the executive to resolve this conflict, as the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church came and said it, that he did not force people to or give people a dictate that he must do, but he simply said dialogue to resolve this issue. Aren't you people tired to be in a parliament which is how do you people see Senegalese parliament? When people see Senegalese parliament or other parliaments, how do you people feel? You think it's AI? You think it's AI? The obligation of a parliamentarian first is to his people, to the people of Cameroon, not to the party. To the people of Cameroon, not to their own. Ironically, most of our parliamentarians have resorted into their pocket. The benefits they get, they tell you, if you said it will not put you in the committee. When our love for human vanity outgrown our love for humanity, the society suffers. That was what the Prime Minister Abe said. He said, when our love for human vanity outgrow our love for humanity, the society suffers. And in the case of Cameroon, our love for officials, their love for human vanity has outgrown their love for humanity. And that's why they don't care as a member of parliament. Whether 50 people are killed in the northwest, whether 50 people are killed in the southwest, whether 3 gendarmes are killed, they don't care as long as it's not their family member. As long as it's not their brothers, it's not their sister. They don't care. If the head of state himself can call for a major national dialogue over an Anglophone crisis, what stopped the parliament as the biggest arm to legislate on this issue to discuss? Of course, nothing. They are busy doing audiences, one audience to another, one audience to another, one audience. In fact, our parliament is now granting audiences, one audience to another. Remind you that it is a position for just a year. It's a position for just a year. We are in a conflict that will make 10 years in October. 10 years in October. And yet, we cannot, as a member of parliament, as a member of parliament, when you sit as a member of parliament, you wear your sash. How do you feel when you see the green, red, yellow? What comes to your mind? Is it your party? When you wear the green and yellow, what comes to your mind? When you look at parliamentarians who call themselves honorable in other countries, how do you feel? I know some of you were looking at Senegalese parliament when Ousmane Sonko was doing what was occurring in Senegal. I know some of you were maybe thinking that those are children of secondary school that have been dressed in official wear. Because they were very young. You saw the debate they had. Look at Nigerian parliament. Are you people not really, really worried that we have moved to a certain level where we don't put Cameroon first again? In any normal country, the parliament will look at the Anglophone crisis as a number one in their standing order. That we are going to talk about this, and we are going to mandate the executive to talk about this, to look how they can resolve this. Of course, to our own parliamentarian, no, it's AI, no. It doesn't concern them. What concerns them? Budget. How much we are going to vote as budget for the respective ministries so that you go and be taking your contracts. Some of you are contractors. You go and be taking your contracts in those ministries. How much are we going to put as allowance? Yes, this is allowance. The nation is burning in the north and southwest region. You are citizens. You are parliamentarians to the nation, not just a constituency. You are a parliamentarian for the nation. The nation Cameroon, people are being unalive on a regular basis. It's not their problem. When military men are killed, it's still not a problem. It's not a problem. So people are not worried that a good number of military men have been killed. People are not worried that the taxpayers' money is being used, and yet Do you know how much the government spend in training a military officer, a gendarme officer, a police officer? Whenever they come before you for budget, what are they defending? What are you approving? When our love for humanity outgrown our love for human vanity, the society benefits. Some of you, I was even shocked when a member of parliament was kidnapped in Kambe, and until he was unalive, I thought that the parliament would sit up and address that. No, everything went smoothly as nothing. One of yours is unalive in a conflict. One of yours, a member of parliament, is unalive in the northwest. Instead of you to come together to say, no, I think that should be the last kick of the dying horse that we are going to talk about this. Who is threatening you people for not talking about this? Are you people being threatened? Well, I don't understand. What is happening?